Hello everybody, this is Sky, and for today's video I'm going to share with you 50 facts about me. Let's get started. I've written them down on my notebook. So first of all, I am Chinese Canadian. Shu and I met back in Ottawa, the capital of Canada, but currently I am living in Montreal. I am extremely unathletic. The longest I've been able to jog, I believe, was 4 minutes, and I think if there was a zombie apocalypse, I'll probably be the first person to get killed and eaten by a zombie. So my personal makeup routine is very simple. I just slap on 2 different shades of eyeshadow and then put on some concealer and lipstick and I'm ready to go. I am the type of person who never wakes up early unless I have something to do. So on weekends and on vacation, I usually don't wake up until 10 AM. When I was in elementary school, whenever I had to sell chocolate for fundraisers, I will ask my little cousin to come with me because he was about 5 years younger than me and he looked really cute. So I would make him go up to strangers and beg them to buy our chocolate. I'm obsessed with anything, I just can't stop buying them. For example, I collected mangas, lipsticks, nail polishes, just about anything. If I get obsessed with it, I would just pour all my money into that one category of items. While we're on the subject of obsessions, I am terribly addicted to YouTube, Tumblr, and K-pop. I'm not sure if this is just a phase, but so far I have not shown any signs of remittance. Shu and I are both huge shopaholics, however we have different shopping methods. She likes to buy a lot of inexpensive stuff but spend a lot of money as a whole. Me, on the other hand, I like to invest in quality, and so I buy stuff that are really expensive not so often, but it kind of adds up in the end to the same amount. Another funny fact about Shu and I is that we have quite a lot of contradicting traits, or just opposite traits overall. She's really messy in real life and I'm really clean, and also she's extremely extroverted and she likes to surround herself with a lot of people. Me, on the other hand, I can go on for weeks without any social interaction and I'm okay, perfectly fine. Which is something that I still need to correct. I used to be a huge tomboy in my early teenage years. I never wore skirts or dresses, but now I love them. They're so cute and comfortable. I have a lot of weird hobbies and sometimes they require breaking rules. For example, I love looking at the city skyline. So over the past few summers, I've been trying to figure out how to climb onto the rooftop of my university's buildings, and I finally found a few ways. So I have to climb up fences or crawl under gates and just climb up the fire escapes to get to the rooftop and enjoy the view from there. And I've done that a couple of times, but I don't tell people because it's kind of weird. I can speak 3 languages: Chinese, 大家好，我的名字是 Sky; French, bonjour tout le monde, je m'appelle Sky; and English. Basically, I learned them in that order as well, and currently I'm probably most fluent in English. On my 18th birthday, I got a tattoo of a butterfly on my left arm. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. Basically what happened was that I needed to calm my nerves down before I went in for the appointment. So my friend and I went to a dim sum restaurant. We stuffed ourselves so full, and then we went over to a karaoke bar and screamed our lungs off for 2 hours, and then we went to get my tattoo done, and the whole time I was so calm but she was freaking out for me. The day after my 17th birthday, I started to live alone, and that was up until I was 19. I like to do things spontaneously because I know if I overthink it, I will probably chicken out and not be able to do anything kind of memorable or impressive at all. For this reason, last summer I decided to go to Texas and to go work there in an amusement park, Six Flags, for no good reason. The wage is terrible. I didn't think things through at all, but in the end it turned out to be a really fun experience. My favorite K-drama at the moment are Mi-sang, The Incomplete Life, which is, the title is a reference to Go, the game, You Who Came From the Stars. It was such a hilarious K-drama. You should watch it if you haven't had a chance to. Also, lastly, I just finished watching Liar Game and I love it. Favorite American TV series? I have 3. First of all, I have Breaking Bad. I got Shu hooked on that show as well. I love it so much. It was such a flawless and exciting show. and then there is House of Cards and Suits. My front tooth is fake and I broke it in a biking accident. Basically what happened was that I was laughing at something my dad said, and I was laughing so hard that I took a plunge and hit a tooth first onto the pavement and I broke it. In elementary school, the first time I went to a hospital and the only time I went to a hospital was when one of my classmates slammed the door into my foot and I had to get stitches for them. And that was really painful. I limped around for about a whole month, and in the end my dad had to remove the stitches for me because we didn't want to go to the hospital to line up. Oh, I forgot to mention this, but my favorite anime series of all time is Cowboy Bebop. Although it is quite old, I find the graphics so beautiful, the storyline is very intriguing, and as a whole I thought the series was marvelous. My favorite movie is also an animation. It is called Spirited Away. Back in elementary school, I had a friend who had it on DVD, and every single time I went to her house, which is like probably twice a week, I wanted to watch the movie with her, and then in the end she got so sick of seeing the movie she had to hide it from me. My best friend and I have known each other since grade 6, and it's been almost a decade of friendship, and we bonded over our obsession for mangas and animes. Up till university, I have switched and transferred schools over 9 times. I have a terrible fear of carcasses. I cannot stand rodents, especially if they're dead, or any type of animal. If I see a dead pigeon on the sidewalk, I would take a huge detour to avoid it, and I would just not look at it at all. Back when I was living alone, once I found rodents in my basement and I set up traps to catch them, and once I caught them I was unable to dispose of their bodies because I was so scared. In the end I had friends come over to my house, pick them up, put them in a plastic bag, and I didn't want it in my garbage can as well because I'm so afraid. Just like the very thought kind of irked me. What we decided to do was throw it into my neighbor's garden. It was kind of like in retaliation because they kept on throwing their cigarette butts into my lawn, and I was just kind of, I don't know, vindictive. I am a huge gossip, but I try not to be. I remember back in high school, my friend and I used to kind of sneak out of class and go to the stairwells and just slock off and gossip for like a whole entire class. The last time I cried was in Istanbul. My friend and I were having a very deep discussion over Turkish coffee, and both of us started bawling at some point. It must have been very weird for observers who were looking at us because, first of all, there's not many East Asian people in Turkey, and so we already stood out a lot, but the fact that we were bawling our eyes out in public was even more embarrassing. I am addicted to green tea. I must have at least 2 cups of green tea per day. My skin is terribly acne prone, so I am very jealous of people who have flawless skin, perfect complexion, and never suffered from a breakout a day of their lives. I can't stand dirty laundry or dirty floor. If there's dust and hair everywhere, I just can't take it. So in that respect, I'm kind of a neat freak, but my desk is constantly disorganized and have piles of paper piling up everywhere and like 1,000 pens everywhere. My biggest celebrity crushes are G-Dragon from Big Bang. I've been liking him since 2008, I would say. And also there's Chris who used to be an EXO. For some reason, I used to confuse groundhogs with beavers, and also Jigglypuff with Kirby, and red pandas with raccoons. And one of my friends keep on pointing out my mistakes, and it's always the same friend who catches me making those really stupid mistakes. I like to be always moisturized, that's why I have about 10 lip balm and 10 hand cream just scattered around the house and in every single one of my purses. I am a terrible klutz with my electronics. I keep on dropping them into water, breaking them or losing them. I had about 5 iPod Touches so far. I swear like a sailor, consciously and unconsciously. Sometimes I'm not even aware that I'm swearing. I cannot skip any meals because if I do and I'm hungry, I become super grumpy and my day is ruined. I love going on road trips and sitting in the car for a long time because it gives me all the time of the world to daydream and do nothing. I used to have a pet turtle that was exactly the same age as me, but once our cleaning lady came over to our house, left it outside on the balcony, and it died of sun exposure because it's basically 40 freaking degrees outside, and yeah, so it died. The 3 European cities I would like to visit the most are Prague, Budapest, and St. Petersburg. I used to aspire to become an illustrator or an artist of some sort, but I decided to give up on that dream because I realized I will probably starve to death. My favorite book of the moment is called Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, and that book gave me so much motivation to do better in life and just appreciate life for what it is. I am super directionally challenged, and so is Shu. Once we both got lost in the mall for about 30 minutes trying to find the exit, and the worst part is we've been to that mall quite a few times. I don't like to eat sweets, and one of my most detested food are birthday cakes. Shu and I are a grade apart from each other, and we met at a volunteering event. We were selling little cakes and pastries for fundraising. In grade 11, I accidentally flushed a USB stick with my final physics project in it, and I had a mental breakdown after that. I think that is all, so this concludes my 50 facts about me. Hopefully she will film hers soon enough and it will be up as well. I hope that you have enjoyed learning some random crap about me. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!